It's January 7th, 2009. Microsoft just released the official public beta of Windows 7. Yeah, finally, after such a terrible operating system, Microsoft is finally making things right. Yeah, boys, this is Windows 7 build 7000. Or is it? I mean, you know the deal, right? I guess that's why you're here. So yeah, we're taking a look at another Windows 10 to 7. In this case, it's going to be a Windows 10 to 7 build 7000. I've actually made a Windows 10 to build 7000 transformation before, and it's been a while since I've released the initial version of that mod. We're finally taking a look at this update. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Beta 09. Okay, so after booting off the ISO, we're greeted with what appears to be a Windows 7 build 7000 pre-installation environment. Now obviously this is a Windows 10 pre-installation environment that has been modified to resemble build 7000s. I'm just gonna go through the installation process real quick. And also, as you saw, there was also a watermark. Well, not really a watermark because it's actually embedded on the background image. It's just another cool little detail I wanted to add there. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue through the installation process. It's not really any different from Windows 7's. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through this real quick, and once the installation completes, we'll get to the desktop. Okay, so here we are at the desktop, and at first glance, this just looks like your standard Windows 7 build 7000 desktop. So here we have the send feedback shortcut, and we have the watermark down here as well, and obviously the fancy beta fish wallpaper. And honestly, like, personally speaking, I prefer the overall appearance of this build compared to the final release. I don't know, I just like this better. And you know, some other like minor detailing here, like on the final release, there was some small spacing over the recycle bin icon. This didn't exist on this build yet, so yeah, just another detail. Then okay, let's open up the start menu. This build still uses the Windows Vista default user picture, and you know, including the small details such as the outline over the shutdown button, the all programs text being bold, and also, you know, your programs. These programs still use different icons compared to the final release, and I actually prefer these over the final ones, not gonna lie. So here's calculator, here's paint, which on this mod it still uses the regular Windows 7 ribbon UI, because the Windows 7 build 7000 style ribbon UI looks kind of broken, and you know, I just decided to use this one. So opening up about paint, and yeah, as you can see, it reports this as version 6.1 build 7000, and it also displays a time bomb date. Now don't worry, this doesn't have a time bomb, don't worry about it. These will have Windows Media Center. Now, actually, the Windows 7 build 7000 Media Center isn't that much different from the final one. This one still uses the Windows Vista Media Center sounds, but other than that, that's pretty much about it. We also have some extras here as well. We got Windows Media Center games, so here's Chess Titans. So yeah, really nothing too crazy about Media Center, just Windows Vista sounds, and that's about it really. Okay, so we're gonna look at some other programs. So okay, here is desktop gadget gallery. So apart from your standard Windows 7 gadgets, there's also the Media Center gadget, and it actually works. So if I click on pictures, for instance, it's actually gonna do something. Clicking on that directly takes you to the music library on Media Center. So yeah, that's a cool addition, because on the previous version of this mod, it just wouldn't load. I mean, here you can see it actually works now. We also have Windows DVD Maker. Yeah, nothing too crazy about it. Okay, so on accessories, we have Getting Started, which opens up a recreation of the Getting Started program. So on this build, it still uses the Windows Vista background on this part. Remote desktop connection, still the Vista variant with the Vista background and stuff. On Windows system, we have Windows Easy Transfer, which is actually the Easy Transfer program from build 7000. It has this gigantic title here. We also have the logo down here as well. Honestly, better looking than the final release in my opinion. I don't know, I just kind of like this better than the final one. Oh, we got Windows Media Player. I don't know why I skipped that. Now, this isn't actually the build 7000's Media Center. This is actually just the Windows 7 Media Center that has been modified to resemble 7000's. So yeah, it's got the beta background on here, and the text on this is actually different. The buttons are also different. This is just a Build 7000 styled Windows 7 Service Pack 1 media player. So yeah, we actually go to about media player. As you can see, build 7601. Okay, so let's open up the web browser. So this is in fact Mozilla Firefox, as always, modified to look and feel like Internet Explorer 8 from Windows 7 Build 7000, of course, because there's some differences compared to the final release, such as the live search text being regular instead of italic, and it's also got a globe, and also like it's also got the IE8 style new tab here as well. And if we go to the menu bar and enable the menu bar about Firefox, it also reports this as IE 8.0.7000 with the 2008 copyrighted and everything. Okay, so let's take a look at File Explorer. So yeah, this uses the Windows 7 Build 7000 icons here. And if we go to my computer, the text here is actually just using a regular font size, unlike the final release, and it uses a great text here as well. Okay, so here on the pictures library, we have some sample pictures on this. So these are the sample pictures included, so we can take a look at these. And yeah, this opens up the Windows 7 Windows Photo Viewer. We can make it a slideshow if we wanted to. So let's go to control panel. So yeah, this is our control panel, and yeah, again, it's using the same style as 7000. So got a title here, and yeah, we got a subtitle and the fancy sidebar here as well. So yeah, let's go throughout some of these applets. So we have a feedback applet here, which doesn't do anything. It's just decorational, and you know, your standard Windows 7 applet. So go to System. Yeah, the Windows 7 Ultimate, obviously no service packs, and yeah, you can change product key dialog here as well. Okay, so we have some other applets here as well, apart from the Windows 7 ones. So we have location other sensors with the different tests on here, and including a little link. We have biometric devices. We have Windows Sideshow, which again, just like the feedback one, decorational, does nothing. Yeah, we have user accounts here. We have a functional change your picture app here as well. Windows card space. We also have a Windows 7 Build 7000 style personalization applet. We have obviously the 7000 themes, so we have this one, we have this one, and we also have this one. But yeah, but you can see down here we also have a Windows 7 basic theme, so we can switch to it by clicking on this. Yeah, we have a basic theme applied. Yeah, you can see, yeah, everything applies just fine. So yeah, we can also switch back to the arrow theme from the control panel as well. So you also have, you know, the basic effects. So we have the basic minimizing, maximizing effects, just for a bit more accuracy. You know, also your basic styled alt tab. And yeah, but if you want to switch back to the arrow theme, we can do that just fine. So if we click on this, there we go. So yeah, kind of seamless. We got some problems, so there's some UI glitches when you switch over to the arrow theme. So this is quite broken, and you could restart Explorer if you want to fix it, or trying to log off and log back in. I just prefer just logging off and logging back in. You know, there's also your typical Windows 7 flyout. So we have the time date flyout, volume flyout, and network flyout. And this system tray flyout, which is slightly different from the final release. The padding on the customized link is actually smaller on the beta release, but yeah. Also, not sure if this applies to the 7 final release, but on this build, there's some links down here. They don't work, but I mean, still a cool little addition nonetheless. Okay, so that was a quick little look at Beta 09 Update 1. So if you like this, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, there's a new channel, so if you want to subscribe to this channel if you haven't, as well as my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. So here it is. So again, if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.